This is the first time in 20 years that the Brazilian community in Namibia participates in their national elections. The last time Brazilians voted using paper ballots was 18 years ago. Much has changed since then. Since 1998, the electronic voting machine has featured in that South American country's electoral process, making Brazil one of the few countries in the world where voting is entirely electronic. In comparison to the Indian-made Namibian machine, the Brazilian voting machine, although different in make, has the same idea that the voting process will be transparent, faster and easy. According to the head of the Brazilian Embassy, Councillor Fernando Melo, the most significant positive outcome of the EVM is that the possibility of rigging is eliminated, avoiding post-election conflicts which were an issue in the past.
When we started to use the electronic machine, we had much more guarantees that there would be no problems with the results. And in fact, after the use of these machines that have been developed in Brazil, never again we had complaints from political parties or candidates or coalitions saying that the election was not fair. I would say that from right to left, all political forces agree with the security offered by this type of balloting.
As was the case in Namibia, the introduction of the EVM made many Brazilians wary in the beginning, but that country's electoral court invested significant resources to educate the public. This has been useful in putting the Brazilian electorate at ease.
There was a natural fear because people were not used to technology, but the operation of the machine is so simple and it was so widespread on TV and media how to use it that in the end we did not have any problems.
As in the television, Brazilian television, they explain about the using and how can you vote? Yes, they explain everything in the commercial and the television.
The elections also highlights a significant growth of the Brazilian community in Namibia, especially owing to the Brazilian Navy here under bilateral programs signed between the two countries. Marianne Krevels, the Vice Consular and Director of Elections at the Embassy, is happy to see a growth in numbers, which allows for Brazilians here to take part in their country's affairs.
This is the first year we could register more than 30 voters, and therefore we could have elections here. And this is partially because of the Brazilian officials of the Brazilian Navy. They are based in Walvis Bay for our cooperation program and with the Namibian Navy, and they were also registered.